When I first learned about the ADDIE model for instructional design, quite honestly, it reminded me of home construction. So you start off with an analysis, which is kind of like doing a survey to find out, hey, can I build a house here? Is the house going to work? Maybe the house won't work there. Maybe you shouldn't build a house. But if you do decide to build a house, you've got to design a house, so you're going to hire an architect or buy some plans. And then you're going to get the contractor, you're going to develop it, and then once it's all developed, you're going to implement it. You're going to get in there and have your books and places to sit down. But after a while, you may decide that little room in the basement, it's kind of plain looking. It was all right when we built the house, but let's reevaluate that and let's fix it up and put a hardwood floor in there. So now we're going to look at ADDIE from an instructional design standpoint. And in this capacity, we're going to think about it in course development. So now, analysis. Similar to putting that house up on the hill, is there even a need? You want to make sure before you build a course that it can be solved by training. If it's a problem that is not related to training, you're wasting your time for building a course. So look into it and do a needs analysis. To do a needs analysis, you may take a survey, get people to fill out some information, what's lacking, find some gaps. Now we have Poll Anywhere, so you can do it online. You don't have to do it with the old pen and pencil and get it the old-fashioned way. And then once you get that information, you can import it into Excel and slice and dice your data, do some pivot tables, and really just go nuts on the analysis. Now the next thing that you'll have to do is design. And similar to the home building situation, in this design phase, you're establishing objectives, you're going to design the training program, you're going to get some training methods and decide what kind of media you're going to use. And some people will work individually and then they'll all come together and then we'll figure out what we're going to do in the development place. Now during the development phase, well, before the development phase and in the design phase, probably there was some sort of a project management system started. So this will start back in the design phase. And now that we're in the development phase, we're doing some project management. And now we can start to develop this out and we can use tools like Canvas and Moodle. And then we'll move into the implementation phase where we're actually doing the teaching. So the teaching is getting up and then how are the students interacting with the teacher? Now then after the teacher has finished teaching the class, we would have an evaluation phase. And this is where you might get some feedback on your course. Some of this is, if we go back, we'll see that this is more of a quantitative information. This is more qualitative, and this can vary a lot. I got some good reviews here. Felt like the instructor was able to meet my level. I'm looking forward to having another class with Larry. I learned a lot in the course. It was sometimes slow. I'm pleased with what I learned. Oh, he's got an odd manner that was sometimes off-putting. Oh, yes. So the reality is some people will like you, some people won't. But definitely, even though that bothered me about this odd manner, I realized, yeah, sometimes I can have an odd manner. Maybe I need to work on that. So the next thing that we want to do is you want to see that we go from an analysis to design to develop and implementation and an evaluation. But the evaluation is a little bit tricky. It doesn't just go circularly. Evaluation needs to be built into the system all throughout. So in the analysis phase, you're evaluating that analysis and you're evaluating the design and the development and the implementation. And so that's the ADDIE process.